Prior to the South Africa series, there was a bit of a perform or perish air around Virat Kohli and Rohit Sharma. Cut to the end of the series though, and not only did both of them end up making some very good performances through the series, Virat Kohli was even awarded the player of the series. Such were his performances and the impact he had. 200s, 150. And if you count his one ODI prior to that in Sydney, it means he's got scores of either hundreds or 50s in his last 4 ODIs. That is phenomenal form, and it really does feel like Kohli is batting in his golden era again, which should be much of a surprise given that ODIs has probably been the one format where he's been at home. Although he did admit when speaking to the host broadcasters after the match and collecting his Player of the Series award that self-doubt did begin to set in a little bit. This is what he had to say. He said that when you're playing for 15, 16 years, you are going to have phases where you doubt your ability, especially as a batsman, because you're relying on just one mistake happening. Now again, it makes sense, also throws back in some ways to the fact that Kohli was consistently making one mistake in his test career. Remember how it is the BGT went. There was one ball which was coming outside of off, he'd pocket it, and thereafter it was just a case of him getting out in the same way over and over again. And see, what happens there is that self-doubt will set in. It is very normal and very natural to be feeling some kind of a way when things are not going your way and you're making the same mistakes over and over. With time, that becomes doubly tougher because you start doubting yourself, thinking, do I still even have the ability any longer? Do I have what it takes to still be operating at that level, still winning matches for your country? But the good thing with Kohli is that he's not only overcome that, he's seemingly found another gear as well. And he did open up about that side of things as well. He said that, look, I don't think I've played at this kind of a level for a good 2-3 years now, and I feel really free in my mind. Just the whole game is coming together nicely. Basically what he's saying that it was a mental block, that self-doubt that he was feeling, it was all in the head. Once that has been overcome, as he admits, it's basically a case of, look, I am feeling great and I don't need to worry about what it is I'm doing. It's all coming together very nicely. And perhaps there was no facet of the game that showed that than his ability to regularly clear the boundary. Now, Kohli is not the kind of batter who, especially in ODI cricket, will go for sixes more often than not. He doesn't. He prefers scoring big runs in the safest way as possible, and sixes aren't often one of those. But he did admit that, there's a reason he'd been trying to hit so many sixes in recent times. That's what he had to say. He said that I just wanted to have some fun because I was batting well and I just wanted to take a bit more risk. Just push my own boundaries and see where we go. So basically at this point he was hitting sixes because the vibes felt right. There's no better way of putting it. He felt like, okay, I'm feeling good in the head. Let's test that boundary. Let's see how far it is I can go. What it led to him hitting over 15 sixes in this particular series. These are phenomenal returns when you consider that Kohli has not always been, as I say, a prolific six hitter, at least in ODI cricket. And he also opened up about what it was like for him and Rohit in the dressing room and their contributions, or what it is that they are trying to bring to the side. He said that, look, being a senior pro now in the team, it's always brought the best out of us. Being able to be in that sort of a position, it's brought the best out of us, especially over the years. And we're just happy that both of us can help the team even now. So the main focus is that, saying that, look, it's not about us per se, it's about us being there and being able to help the team out. That's a real motivating factor for us. So it's just about, we're lucky that we can still do that, and we're happy that we're still able to contribute to the team's success. So overall, I'd say Virat seems to be looking at his best. He seems to be feeling good as well. He's really feeling himself out there and being able to kind of get into that zone where he was making some very good points. And one really hopes that this form continues on, because again, ODI World Cup, maybe a couple of years away, but you'd want him at his best hitting it in that particular World Cup. So these are what I thought were the most interesting parts of this particular post-match interview. Let us know in the comments below what you guys thought about his interview. And don't forget, as always, to like this video, share it with your friends, subscribe to the channel, tap that bell icon, follow us on social media. We're on Instagram, X and Facebook. And stay tuned for more such updates from the world of sport.